Also, I know I'm asking about him and he's sitting right next to you, it's weird, but still, what impressed you about what Pascal was able to do today? And obviously, he's been going up against literally the best defenders in the league throughout the course of these playoffs. What has it taken to find him some opportunities where you feel like you guys did well at that tonight?
Yeah, I mean that's why we brought him here. You know, that's what he's here to do. Is, you know, he get a bucket in so many different ways. He started the game hot. We just kept feeding him, and I thought he did a great job of making big shot after big shot after big shot. You know, killing momentum. You know, I think when you're in an environment like this, the crowds get into it. You know, a lot of those shots can be, you know, backbreakers at times. I thought he just kept making big play after big play, and yeah, he was amazing for us. So, you know, big reason, you know, why we won today. Yeah, that's why we brought him in.
Pascal, something different about the coverages today for you? What kind of do you feel like led you to having so many more opportunities than you liked?
No, just, you know, whatever was out there, I just took it. And I think what makes us special as far as a team is just we have different weapons, you know, and we're not consumed with who's going to do what. You know, like we just go into the game and whatever the game, you know, however the game presents us all, that's how we go and take it and do it that way. And it doesn't matter who scores. And for me, again, I just trying to play my game and shout out to my teammates just finding me and you know, making sure that I stayed aggressive the whole game and again, it's going to take all of us to get where we want to get to.
Pascal, just matching up against OG, former teammate, how much are you enjoying being on the court and sharing one against him?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing that we're both in a position where, you know, we get to compete at this level, coming from Toronto. So it's amazing, and you know, I think it just gives you kind of like extra motivation to just continue to compete at the highest level. And I know how hard of a competitor he is, so yeah, it's a good feeling.
Pascal, you ever talk to these guys about that championship experience you have? And is this the time, year that you start doing it, or you hold that back for more games?
Oh, I mean, I think for me, like I kind of just been preaching the same thing. Like we just got to be, we can't ride the waves. You know, like can't get too high with the highs, can't get too low with the lows, and you know, I just appreciate the opportunity that I have here to, you know, have a bunch of guys that, you know, they want to hear my voice. They want me to, you know, to say something, and they know I'm kind of a shy, not shy, but I'm just kind of to myself and. It's been amazing to be in this, you know, in this city, this team, this organization. Just the confidence that they have in me, you know, to continue to just lead, and you know, I just try to, you know, do my best, you know, there and there, you know, throw some words in there, but you know, they know, you know, I care about winning, and that's the reason I'm here.
You see any similarities between the shot he hit in Game 1 and the one Kawhi hit on you guys' side?
I mean, I think. Well, the bounce, there's a lot, you know, there's different bounces. Like, this is one bounce, a long bounce, but I was still watching both of them. I mean, I was, you know, the Kawhi shot, I was watching it. His shot, I was watching it. I almost jumped for his. But no, it's just two incredible plays. You know, special players make special plays, and I'm just blessed that I'm a part of it.
Pascal, you know what it takes to go all the way and win the championship. When you look at this Pacers team that is now only 6 wins away from winning it, do you see any similarities between this team and the Raptors that went all the way?
I think for us, we focus on ourselves, man. We have a long way to go, and it's only going to get tougher for us, you know. And I think we just got to continue to, you know, stick to the plan. We worried about one game, like we're not really, you know, thinking ahead. Like it's. We focus on Game 3 at home. Can't wait to get back to our fans. Like, you know, they're itching to, you know, to have us out there, and I know it's going to be crazy. We can't wait to play in front of them. Yeah, like that's our focus, to be honest. Game 3.
Ty, what does the second All-NBA mean to you, especially after the start of the season?
Yeah, special. Obviously, early in the year, I was trash. You know, we didn't have a great start of the season, and you know, my teammates did a great job of picking me up and you know, keeping me engaged. And you know, I think that, you know, the All-Star break for me, being able to, you know, get away from the game for a little bit, relax, kick my feet up, you know, get my mind right, really propelled me to have a better second half of the season. And I'm just really blessed, man. You know, it's always great to get, you know, that honor, and it means a lot for me, you know, from where I come from, and especially the way I started the season. You know, but I don't think individual awards come unless there's, you know, group success. And you know, we've had so many different guys step up in so many different ways and do very special things. So, it's not possible without, this guy next to me, my coach staff, all my teammates, front office, all the fans. It's not possible without them. So anytime I get this recognition like that, it means a lot. But, we're striving for a lot more. So, yeah, it's special.
Ty, you've been a part of Indianapolis now for a few days now. Race day and game 3 on the same day. How special are you expecting Sunday to be?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been to the 500. You been to the 500? No, I've been to the 500. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I can't imagine all those people then coming over to Gainbridge. It's going to be a rowdy crowd, maybe a little intoxicated. Who knows what it'll look like right there. It's going to be a special time, but it's going to be a lot of fun. There's been a lot of people in our organization. The Pacers have a special thing about our organization. It feels like everybody in our organization has worked there for like 30 years, and so I think that everybody's talked about it and how special it is. So for me to now get the chance to experience it, it's going to be a lot of fun. Planning to come into the facility maybe a little earlier, maybe the drive will be a little longer. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I think the energy in Indy is so special right now, not only from what we're doing, but the fever, people are loving what they're doing as well. So the energy in Indy, and then obviously the 500 as well. So the energy's been amazing, and we're just blessed that we're able to be a part of it, and I'm looking forward to it.
We can do one more, guys. Dustin.
Yeah, just two guys I want to ask about real quick. Obviously, Miles hits 13 to 16 in the fourth, comes down with that huge rebound. How critical was the moments that you got from him after he'd gone through foul trouble, and also Ben Shepherd, another big night tonight, in terms of what he was able to do, 2 big threes, and the defense he had on his mock process. How important were each of those guys in this one?
Yeah, I think it's what's really special about our group right now is we just have so many different people contributing and so many people doing special things. Miles had an amazing fourth quarter there. He's big time. Ben Shepherd has really stepped up these last 2 games. I think coming into these games and how the game is flowing, sometimes it looks like, okay, maybe he's not. You don't even know if he's going to play. When he gets thrown out there and has to guard Jalen Brunson, that's a tough task. He made a huge shot today. I thought he was really big. And then shout out to Tony Bradley. Tony Bradley's huge. He came in. Came in for us. And really got really thrown in with our group that's been together for so long. Tony is just such an awesome guy, and he contributes in so many different ways. And when we're doing our scout through all these series, he's had to be kind of that scout center. And there's been times where, he kind of gets thrown in with our first group to, take some of Miles' reps, when, guys are going through things, they're a little banged up or whatever the case may be. So, it's just so special to see what our group is doing. I think that's what comes with being part of a special group. Many different people can contribute at any time. And we know, many people have had to step up in different ways at different times. And that's been the special part about this season is, we lost both of our backup bigs, but then 5 games to Achilles, and then Aaron and Andrew are out for an extended period of time early in the year. Quentin Jackson, a 2-way guy for us, is then starting. It's been special to see. It really fun, and that's what makes this group so special. How close we are, how many people have to step up, and we understand. Even in our scout, how important our 2-way guys are. They don't get to suit up, but how important they are for us preparing and giving us different looks, and that goes up and down our organization. So, man, it's a special group right now. We're just having a lot of fun.